Welcome to Holly's Racing Fantasy. This is your hotspot for weekly NASCAR Cup Series race recaps, latest news, and of course, fantasy picks for the upcoming race. And now, here's your host and the voice of Holly's Racing Fantasy.
Okay, so that was Watkins Glen.
Watkins Glen, by the Glen, near the Pudgies.
It was so beautiful to see the hills and the trees because we have neither hills nor trees where we live.
We have some trees.
No, well, that's true. We do. I lie. We do have trees, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Not like that. Not anymore. Wilmington used to actually at least have trees and be beautiful.
Yeah, but now they're all being cut down.
Right. I think there's a Brady Bunch song when they were all like...
When it's time to change.
That's the other one.
I'm turning my phone off.
They're tearing down the trees. Dun, 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 dun. We can make the world a whole lot brighter.
Really? They did a
We can make the world a lit. Yeah, it's all about the environment. Deanna, I know you know what I'm talking about. You know that song.
Well,
That's
you know
all
what?
I'm gonna say.
We're still singing about it.
Yeah, we're still singing about it, and that was the late 60s.
Wilmington is becoming a death trap.
It's overpopulated.
It's
Everywhere you
overpopulated.
turn, there's a new development going in, a new apartment complex popping up.
And the next time there's a major hurricane, it's going to be New Orleans all over again.
It's New Orleans.
Because people, it would have never happened. But I'm going to tell you, it really would have.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it's going to be like, hey, evacuate.
Yeah, and we'll all be sitting on the highway. No, we won't be because I will evacuate 2 days earlier because I can take my laptop and my work wherever I go.
Yeah, if we're not living somewhere else by then.
Well, we're still here for another year and a half.
I know, that's true.
But we're exploring. We're looking at other places in North Carolina where we may end up.
Yeah, but anyways.
When we first moved here, John promised me 2 years.
I did.
And he'll be giving me 6.
Yep.
So that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
Let's go to the race and how it all panned out. How it really was bowling at the Glen.
It really was.
Some of them were bowling pins and some of them were bowling balls.
And either way, there were some gutter balls.
And there were some gutter balls. That would be in the gutter for Ryan Blaney.
Yes.
And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And AJ Allmendinger, his transition went.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was until now. His transition blew.
Yeah.
And he was one of my good big picks.
Yeah.
In the end, it was a scary time. And it was exciting. The whole race was actually exciting. Usually road courses are like, yeah. But this was an exciting road course, wasn't it?
It was very exciting.
It's just, bumper to bumper and crazy and
exciting.
people hitting people. And
a lot of wrecks for a road course.
Lots of wrecks. I was surprised, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, most people got right back in it. You know, they didn't. Only a couple of people were out for the day, but it was pretty cool.
It was cool.
But the winner was
Bing.
Chris Buescher.
The Bushman.
The Bushman.
Not the Bushman.
Not the Bushman,
like
but the Bushman.
Bush. Head over to Bushman.
Yep. And that was very exciting.
Yeah.
Even though Shane Van Gisbergen was winning, and I put him on my picks, and I was pretty excited for that.
Yeah. When I told him he was on your picks,
and he said, "Oh, I better back off."
He backed off.
I got to hit that. Skim that wall to lose traction so that Buescher can get around me.
Just a little skim of the wall.
But I was happy for Buescher because I don't know. You know, it was good to see him win.
I was very happy for Buescher.
It was very exciting. We were clapping. We you know, it's been a long time since you get clappy and happy at the end.
Yeah, it's like
But I can't
throw a rock at him.
Yeah, we don't even care. But can you believe who came in third?
I wait. I've been working on this all day.
All right, ready?
You ready?
Ready? All right.
Me.
You've got this. Carson Hocevar came in third.
Yes, he did.
What an interesting kid. I am telling you. What a year.
Yeah.
Next season. Ross Chastain was fourth. Thought maybe Ross might have a shot to win it, but
he had a shot.
That's how the cookie crumbles. That's how it crumbles.
Yeah, that's how the bowling ball rolls.
He led 51 laps.
Yeah.
So Zane Smith was fifth. I'm still not sure if Zane Smith has a ride next year. I mean, I know he didn't, but I don't know if anybody picked him up. Chase Briscoe was 6. And, well, we'll get to the playoffs later. Michael McDowell, 7. Corey LaJoie, 8. Ryan Preece, 9th. And Austin Cindric was 10th.
Wow.
So even though there are some playoff drivers in there, they're the bottom of the barrel playoff drivers.
Yeah.
Austin Cindric and Chase Briscoe, not bottom of the barrel. I don't mean it like that. Actually, only
Track
Austin
fillers.
Cindric and Chase Briscoe are the only 2 in the playoffs that made it in the top 10.
Yeah.
Is really crazy.
Yep.
But, how much more do we have to say about that race?
Well, the only thing I could say...
What would you like to say?
It kind of sucks about the race.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for guys like Denny and... because it's not their fault.
I know.
It's like, at least when you are in the playoffs for, let's just say, football...
Yeah.
The equipment manager brings your shoulder pads and helmet.
Right.
And the baseball manager brings the bats and balls.
Yeah.
I mean, you're relying on your equipment.
You really are.
If you're trying to be a sport
I know.
to not be able to compete because, oh, sorry, I gave you a broken bat or I gave you a deflated football, which in some cases that might help you.
Right. But
for the most part, I feel pretty bad for so far Denny and Martin and some people that are, I mean, it's one thing if you hit the wall with your car.
I know.
It's one thing if you did something as a driver.
Right. I know.
But to say, oh, we brought the wrong cleats or we brought the tennis racket has holes in it. Sorry. And the ball keeps going through.
I know.
Sorry, Fedorov.
I know.
Sorry, McIntyre. Yeah, like they're still playing. But anyways. Fedorov. That's hockey.
That's C-brain.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I know.
So that's the only thing I want to say.
I do feel bad.
We are going to see a weird.
It's going to be weird.
I'm
predicting already that it's going to be a weird playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, the elimination, you can't even say.
No.
This elimination race coming up, we'll get more into that later.
Yep.
You can't even say.
Yep.
Let's say, what else do we want to talk about? Lee Diffie.
We do want to talk about Lee Diffie.
We have forgotten to talk about Lee Diffie all this time.
Well, here's a good point about Lee Diffie. We let him do his job for a while.
That's true.
So we can give him a real honest
assessment.
I
like him.
I'm gonna tell you what he does.
Yeah.
He kind of turns NASCAR.
Yeah.
From like a dirt track to like a golf championship.
I like what you're saying. I like it. I'm smoking what you're blowing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That accent just really...
It gives it that little bit of a level.
Yes.
Gives it that little bit of a heightened...
Almost like we're watching, Indy or...
Right. Where he was from.
Yeah. I mean, not that Rick Allen did a bad job.
PGA tournament.
Yeah.
Reminds you of...
it kind of raises it from a barbecue to,
It does.
To like more of a formal dinner.
I know. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I do. Yeah. I like his commentary. I mean, he's a little bit, sometimes he'll say the wrong number, but so do I. Last week I said 24 when I was talking about Christopher Bell. And when I was watching the show, I'm like, really? I said that? Anyway, so sometimes he says things funny.
Yep.
Which one thing that he said really funny this week, John?
Nah, I can't remember what it was.
Yes, you can.
No, I missed it the first time.
Okay.
You heard it with we were watching the race with your mom and she heard it too.
So, they have the bowling pins.
Yeah, I'm going to bring the images up at this point.
Oh, good. They have the bowling pins for goal bowling at the Glen. So the bowling pin is the logo. Yeah. And some people had them on their car, like A.G. Allmendinger. But they had a big guy in a mascot. Bowling pin suit.
Big bowling pin.
Big bowling pin down there in Victory Lane.
It's got two red
stripes at the top. The top of the pin.
Right.
I'm doing like the little action here on the camera.
Yeah, you need to.
The top of the pin. You got the 2 red stripes. And Lee Diffie was so funny. He said, "Oh, and they've got the Cat in the Hat down there too." Something to that effect. Yeah. Either way, it was the Cat in the Hat.
It was the Cat in the Hat, he said.
And I looked at my mom and I said, "He just said it was the Cat in the Hat." And we're laughing so hard.
I could see why, though.
I can too.
It's the 2 little red, like the red stripes on the hat.
Exactly.
And maybe from his angle, I don't know.
I absolutely agree. It was so funny.
It was. I laughed afterwards.
It was cute. It was really cute. But I don't think like what a dick. I just think that's so funny. I love it. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Anything else? You want anything else to say? You got to say anything? 'Cause I'm going to move on if you don't.
No, let's move on. I think that was pretty good. It was an exciting Glen. Next year, Glen will be in August.
Yeah, it won't be a playoff race anymore.
It won't be a playoff race.
The drivers are probably thankful for that.
They're probably happy about that. And
Okay.
We'll go from there. We'll see you next year.
Let's go from there. We'll see you next year at the Glen. Maybe we'll really see you next year.
We might even be there.
As long as nobody has any, debilitating diseases and, then we'll probably be there.
Yep.
All right. So let's go to NASCAR news.
NASCAR news. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
A little bit of NASCAR news is that Bubba Wallace signed a multi-year contract with 23XI.
Okay.
Do you know what I think is funny? Every time they say so-and-so signed a multi-year contract.
Yeah.
We rarely get, how many years?
Yeah.
What what was that, 2 years, 5 years?
Yeah.
How many years is multi-year?
Well, he's starting a family, so
that's true. They never tell you right up front.
That's good security there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Friday night is the Xfinity race in Bristol.
Yeah.
And it is on the CW. Everybody, don't forget, first one on the CW. Rest of the Bristol playoffs are on the CW. And next year, all Xfinity will be on the CW.
And Ricky Allen is going to call the CW races.
Ricky Allen.
Right.
Oh,
Which I'm
Ricky.
I'm not dissing Ricky when I was bragging about Lee Diffie.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yes.
But I think they need Rick's excitement for the CW because they're really trying to build those races up.
Yes.
So
his excitement and knowledge.
Yeah, his excitement and knowledge. So I could see why they made it's a good move.
And he's the play-by-play.
And he is the play-by-play.
Because that's the people like people like, Rick Allen and Lee, they're the people that's their job.
Yeah.
They're the play-by-play. Everybody else is just the color. Mm-hmm. You're a driver. You're not. You're the color.
Mm-hmm.
Like in baseball and football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Xfinity is starting on the CW, and if you get an antenna, folks, get an antenna.
Mm-hmm.
Move it all around. Do you know how hard it is to set up an antenna?
No,
so when John, because when John, I'm on one of us is on the stool, the other one, okay, is it in here? We're on the ceiling. Mm-hmm. We're all over the apartment, and it can take some time, but you know what? Well worth it.
It's like a NASCAR
it around
dance that we do.
It is. Move your antenna around, and
you got that moved on over there.
Exactly.
Now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So guess who's racing in the Xfinity?
Oh, let me guess.
Friday night.
Junior Brown Band.
Junior Johnson. He's
Junior
coming
Johnson.
back
He's
from
coming
the
back.
from the grave.
Junior.
Dale Jr. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is racing Friday night, and he's going to be in the Hellman's Mayo car, the 88. I love the Hellman's Mayo car. I do not like Hellman's.
No, Dukes is better.
Dukes is the best. How come there's no Dukes car? Yeah. It's Southern.
You know they're making money too. Come on, Dukes.
Get in there. Get in there, Dukes. Get some sponsorship going on. Call Mr. H. Sponsor somebody.
Yeah.
Give Kyle Larson a sponsorship, Dukes.
Yeah.
Anyway, Junior. And Matt DiBenedetto.
Oh.
Yes, he's going to be racing.
Call him DiBenedetto.
To righteousness.
Yeah.
They say for RSS Racing, which is Ryan Shane Sieg Racing.
Oh.
So Maddie and Dale Jr. will be there. Okay. And also Parker Klingerman is retiring. He is not coming back to Big Machine for Xfinity next year. I know. And I'm like, Parker retiring.
Has he even raced?
No, he's Xfinity. He's
well,
Xfinity.
I know, but it...
Yeah, no,
Track filler? No, I'm just kidding.
No, John. No, he's been... No. But he's only 34. Can you imagine? I'm 34.
Hey.
I'm retiring.
Yeah, why not?
I got enough money to make it through the rest of my life.
Yep.
But, so good luck to him. At least he says full-time, retiring from full-time, so that could mean anything.
Yeah.
He used to be on NBC, right? Yeah, he was like he was. So I wonder if he'll go back to NBC.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. That's it for the news.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to rush this through.
No, that's good.
I got places to do and things to be.
All right.
So let's
places to do and things to be.
That's why I thought it'd be funny to say it that way.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Oh, okay.
I got things to do and places to be.
Yep.
So I'm going to go to Who You Like and Why.
Okay.
Once again, I only have a couple of people.
Okay.
The usuals.
Yep.
But we do have someone we missed from last week, so I'm just going to kind of
mention him.
Okay. All right.
Let's go to Who You Like and Why.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm trying not to move while I dance.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's Who Do You Like and Why. I want to apologize to Donald Veal 8135 on YouTube. Missed him last week. He posted on Friday 24 for the Glen. So,
But he didn't do very well, did he?
He did okay for a while.
He got against the wall.
But then
that was the accident.
Yeah,
right?
he was okay for a while. And then
him and Kozlowski.
Yeah, but Kozlowski.
They did the butt jamming.
They did. So Scott Curlis said, "I'm picking Denny Hamlin to win."
He needs to.
He knows it's been a rough stretch, but without that penalty in Bristol, his playoff position would be much different, and that is very true.
Yeah.
So Rose also says she likes Chris Buescher.
Again.
I know. Because he's doing very well. He has all the top five, it's all the top finishes, and he won last week. And
maybe
now funny, Rose does say some are saying Denny Hamlin, but that's never going to happen.
Not with his luck.
I know. It's got to happen.
Talk about bad luck.
Yeah.
If I had no bad luck, I'd have none at all. It's like the Charlie Brown of the NASCAR
this year. He is. Yeah. It's true.
I know. Could be out.
All right. Do we want to talk about, what, before we go to my picks, let's talk a little bit about the standings. I have to find where I'm at. The Cup Series. Okay. So the playoff standings right now. Are we going to talk about who we think is like over under, or who's going to haul and who's going to stall?
We could.
Okay, here's the thing.
Do that right now?
They probably see the ticker at the bottom, but just in case you can't read it because your eyes are bugging you. Below the cutoff line, Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex Jr., and Harrison Burton.
Okay.
Barely above the cutoff line, Ty Gibbs and Chase Briscoe.
Okay.
So these are the guys that are going to be running really hard this week in desperation.
Yep.
And this may be to their advantage or it could be to their disadvantage.
Yeah.
I think if I have to pick two of the four, John, I'm going to say not advancing Harrison Burton and Martin Truex Jr.
Okay.
How about you?
If I have to pick two?
Yeah.
I'm saying Hamlin. I think he's going home this week.
Do you?
I do.
I kind of do. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to say. I think of all those four, I think Brad Keselowski probably has the best opportunity to go on.
Yeah. And I think Truex will probably go home too.
But then
I'm saying Truex and Hamlin.
Yeah, but you know what? Then that means that Ty Gibbs or Chase Briscoe would have to
we're not picking
too.
Four. I mean, we're saying we're picking two guarantees.
Yeah.
But there's obviously four who are going home.
There are four. This is the elimination.
Burton,
yeah.
I mean, I agree with you on Burton.
Yeah.
And I agree with Truex. But I'm going to go on one and say Denny is going home.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
It is
not that I want him to go home.
I know.
I'm not trying to be mean, Denny.
I know.
Don't get mad at me.
I know.
I'm just not liking the way things are going for you.
But you know what? But
I hope you go on.
I hope so too.
You move on.
I hope Denny moves on too.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say, of all the ones under the bubble and the ones just above, the one that I hope really doesn't go home is Chase Briscoe.
Yeah,
of all those guys, I don't care about anybody else really. I mean,
Ty Gibbs.
I mean, I'd like to see Denny move on, but I really hope Chase Briscoe can keep going.
Yeah,
because that's a lot for Stuart Haas.
Yeah.
Also want to recap. Now, don't forget, y'all, the Food City 300. That's the Xfinity race. That's going to be Friday night at 7:30 on the CW.
Yeah.
And the qualifying for Cup is also Friday night. Okay, practice is at 4:00 on USA. Qualifying is at 5:05 on USA. That's for Cup. Okay, and then the race is going to be Saturday night. It's a night race, y'all. Bass Pro Shops night race is going to be at 7:30 p.m. on USA on Saturday.
And bring your headphones.
Bring your headphones. Absolutely bring your headphones. Okay, so let's go to my picks.
Let's see who you are picking.
I will definitely tell you.
Right.
I'm going to tell you.
Let's find out.
Okay. All right. Here are my NASCAR fantasy picks for the Cup Series at the Bristol Night Race. Bass Pro Shops Bristol Night Race in Bristol Motor Speedway. First up, brilliant picks, Brad Keselowski. I know. We're talking all about who's hauling, who's stalling, and I got to say that great finishes in recent years, because that's the key, and a need to advance, obviously, make Brad Keselowski a smart choice for this Saturday night race. He's got 3 wins here, and 7 top 5s and 10 top 10s. So keep that Hawaiian bred driver in your sights on Saturday. Next up, brilliant Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell does well in Bristol, but also at the end of every season. Count him in for some stage points and a very good finish, if not a win, when you set your lineup on Saturday. And Denny Hamlin, we have discussed it is ride or die for the 11 team this week. And as much as I don't know if he'll go on, I feel maybe he and Gabe Hart are going to put it together, pull out all the stops in the quest for greatness this week. He has 4 wins here, folks, 11 top 5s and 18 top 10s. If this isn't the best track for Denny Hamlin to be at this week, I can't think of another one. So it's put up or shut up. Get in or get out. Going to the bold picks this week, we start with Ty Gibbs. He is 1 point above the cutoff line. And, he's a kid. He's going to take, he can stay up late. He doesn't have an early bedtime like the rest of the old guys. He's going to stay up late. He's going to make that lead stronger. The last 2 times around, he's been in the top 10. Well, 1 top 5 and a top 10. So I think it's going to be a good night for Ty Gibbs. Alex Bowman is hot all of a sudden. We don't know why, but I think it's probably because all of the rumors that he was going to get kicked out of Mr. H's team. So he's really poured it on. And I think he's going to pour it on again. He does not have a win in Bristol yet, but he has 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s. So think about Alex Bowman this week. And my last bold pick, yes, Chris Buescher. It is going to happen again. I said when I wrote this, mark me now, fair sirs. This guy kicks butt in Bristol, really. He has a win here and 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s, and he hasn't even been here that many times in Cup. So pretty much every time he's been here, he's kicked some butt. So it's possible that Chris Buescher can take all that adrenaline and drive it right down through the night race. Last but not least is my honorable mention, and that's Chase Elliott. I almost put him in the list, so consider him very honorable. He has single-digit finishes most of his runs here in past years. But the way he's been driving lately is why he's only an honorable mention. So if you need to pick someone, Chase Elliott might be a smart decision. I'm going to run that down. My brilliant picks are Brad Keselowski, Christopher Bell, and Denny Hamlin. Bold picks are Ty Gibbs, Alex Bowman, and Chris Buescher. And my honorable mention is Chase Elliott. Those are my NASCAR fantasy picks for the night race at Bristol. And I'm sticking to them. Interact with Holly's Racing Fantasy on YouTube or Facebook. Just search Holly's Racing Fantasy on each to find us. And don't forget to tell us who you like and why every before each race. You can comment on the current HRF episode on YouTube or reply to my Monday night post on Facebook. Thanks. I just happened to notice that there is a replacement already for Parker Klingerman for Big Machine for next year, and that is Nick Sanchez. He's 23 years old, and he is currently in the Truck Series. And he will be moving into Xfinity to replace Parker Klingerman. I know. Interesting, right?
Go. Yeah.
They move him around, don't they?
They do.
So what, I'm not sure what else to say.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much the end of the road here.
Yeah. It was an interesting week, and
I do want to say to go down and pick your pick for Kansas.
Yeah,
I've been doing really good this week. I put it in on Monday again on Facebook, so check the Facebook. Usually by Monday night, I say who you like and why, and don't forget we record on Wednesdays, so you got to get your who you like and why in there by Wednesday night.
Yeah, to make the show.
To make the show, you can put it in there if you want, but at any time. Yeah. But to make the show, it's got to be in there by Wednesday. Yeah. The next week after Bristol, we are going to Kansas. So put your pick in at the bottom of this video for Kansas.
Kansas City, here I come.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, there's the older version, and there's the Beatles version.
I forget about that.
Yeah, I like the Beatles version.
I like the Beatles version too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a boring episode.
Not too bad.
All right.
There wasn't too much going on. It's the playoffs, and
it's pretty exciting.
There are some people who are cruising right now that don't have to worry about how they do.
There are, but you know what? Kyle Larson's down number 9. He's only a little bit above.
Yeah. These guys have got to start picking it up, as they say.
You pick it up.
You pickety up. Pickety up.
Indeed.
You pickety up.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to say is, we had a tropical storm hit here.
Yeah.
But we're all okay. Thanks everyone for asking.
Yeah.
We're okay.
We had a boat.
Yeah, almost.
We had a small boat. We were all in the boat, except for the cat.
Except for the cat.
But somehow that stinking cat lived anyway.
The cat is the boat. Are you kidding me?
We used him as a boat.
We could use him as a boat. So I want you to all, stay safe with this weather because we're not out of hurricane season yet. So if you live coastal, be careful.
Yep.
Enjoy the weather. I know that some of the northern areas are getting hot weather again.
Yeah.
So gross. We're still hot, but it's supposed to be cooler on Monday, so I'm hoping for that.
Yeah, cooler just means like no humidity to make you want to throw up.
Right.
That's our cool.
Yeah, that's
cool
our
down.
cool.
It's still hot, but we get like
it is hot.
We just don't feel icky and sticky.
Like icky and sticky.
Yeah.
It sounds like a
Poison song.
Or
no, Poison wouldn't even do that. That'd be like a Faster Pussycat.
Or AC/DC.
Yeah. Icky sticky.
That's it. That's all I'm waiting for.
Yeah, they might do it. they might do that.
They might do it.
Yeah.
All right. So you know what, everybody? Have a good week.
Yeah.
I enjoy the Saturday night race. Don't forget Saturday night.
Saturday.
That means you get your Sunday to yourself.
Yeah.
You can watch football. Football.
Yeah.
But if your teams suck like ours do,
you just got to find someone else.
Yeah. Well, the Jets are coming around.
Yeah.
Jets are coming around.
And just pray to Sonny Jesus that the Chiefs keep winning so they can win another Super Bowl.
So we can keep seeing Tay-Tay.
Tay-Tay. We can keep seeing her because there's nothing like seeing Tay-Tay walk into the football stadium.
Or jump up and down and look like it's like the most amazing thing on the planet.
Yeah, because he got a first down.
Because you just finally discovered football when you're like 33.
Yeah.
I don't know how old she is. When the rest of us have been suffering with football just because you're a fan of like a team that
just turned into a dynasty.
Exactly.
They weren't a dynasty.
No. Try suffering through all the years that
like the real Chiefs fans did.
Like the real Chiefs fans.
I feel for them. They're celebrating, those guys, but these posers, come on.
How come we don't get a dynasty? Yeah. We only get a couple of I guess we're lucky to have that.
Yeah, I guess we're lucky.
We've seen our team in the Super Bowl a few times throughout our lifetime.
Yeah. Meaning the Giants.
But we've suffered. Suffered.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? I'm wrapping it up. Wash your hands because you know what time of year it is. Again, it's coming around already.
Yep.
Wash your hands, wipe your butt. You're supposed to say wipe your butt.
I know, I feel it. You say it every week, wipe your butt.
Well, people should be wiping their butts.
Well, it's kind of obvious, isn't it?
Not always. Not everyone gets it about wiping the butt.
That's true. Slow down, people.
Slow down.
I just want to say something really quick. 2 weeks ago, I spent $5 so I can hold the Sunday comics in my hand.
You did.
Like I used to as a kid.
Yes.
Because you can't do that anymore.
No.
Well, you can.
No.
But it used to be a nickel.
Yeah.
Now I had to pay $5 for it.
For the Sunday paper.
Yeah.
So that he could sit back and read the comics.
And I haven't done that in a long time.
Years.
And
we used to do it every week.
We used to do it every week.
So, sometimes you got to slow down. Read the comics.
Yeah, slow down, man. Read the comics.
Absolutely.
Sip your coffee.
Go get a cheeseburger.
Get a cheeseburger. Classic. Yeah.
And just enjoy what you can in life.
Yeah.
Because if you're always miserable, what's the point of being alive?
I know.
Yeah.
Enjoy the small things.
Because you don't even know when it could end.
Enjoy the small things. You don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's it. That's our wisdom for this.
I love it. That's good.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
That's what we have to do now.
We have to stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
And race on.
Race on.